everybody, and welcome back once again to Let's Play Pathfinder Kingmaker. This session is probably going to be on the shorter side, simply because what I've been doing since the last session is it's just been kingdom management. There's not a lot for us to do now. We've explored and done our grand touring of the areas that we can. We are now left with kingdom management until some quests and tasks pop up. So I've off camera literally probably powered through about 60 days or so, maybe just a bit less, doing kingdom management stuff. So I'll quickly whiz you through the kingdom management stuff that I've done of any particular note, and then we'll get to the couple of things that I have on my journal that have been recently added that we're going to do today. And once those two things are done, the session will resort back to kingdom management again. So yeah, shorter session, but it is the nature of the beast. So kingdom management then, what have we gotten ourselves into, or what have we got up to since the last time we met? Well, we first of all forgot that we had claimed Glenabon and suffered a glitch. It's now being confirmed. Remember when we went into unstable or worried state, or whatever it was called, worried I think it was, and I was convinced I'd purchase BP, but the game put me in negative BP when we claimed Glenabon. Well, apparently that's a bug. And we lost that money, and it's because I didn't exit the table and then re-enter the table after I'd bought the BP. But nonetheless, I didn't reload it. Just, you know, the fact that we lost the money, putting it down to Elquist splashing that cash on his frivolities, his luxuries, and his entertainment in the brothels, the tavern houses, and the theatres around the realm. Past few weeks and months. But anyway, because we've claimed the region, that means that we of course we can build another settlement. Now, I usually build my settlements along the water, the rivers, but the river here is a little bit too close to lands that we already have. So if we're looking at, you know, adventuring kind of further west in the later chapters of the game, acts of the game, you know, having a place that we might be able to teleport to if we turn this into a town, for example, that's a little bit further this way. It could save travel time, so I'm going to use this as a teleportation location once that's possible. So sticking it a little bit further away than Skunk Town. So that was the first thing that I've done. The second couple of things is I have done my first couple of region upgrades. The first one was in Varnhold. I've gone for the obviously themed bread and circuses. King Elquist, as we know by now, likes his fun, likes light-hearted stuff, and therefore turning this into a trade city with a host of fairs there, lots of vibrancy, vivid sounds, laughter, music. Sounds like a fun place to be, and perhaps a place he will visit on his rounds in the not too distant future to take in all of this attraction. So that's what we did in Varnhold. And then down in the southern Nile Marches was another region where we had both upgrades unlocked so we could compare which ones we wanted to do, and we've gone for the Bronze Shield Fortress one. Really interested to restore the Dwarven Road, the Shield Road, whatever it's called, the Road of Shields. Yeah, so this is a one step in restoring the once glorious Road of Shields. Now, restoring that would be quite an achievement to have on your resume as king, wouldn't it? Restoring this ancient, glorious Dwarven Road of Shields. So we've gone for that in the South Nile Marches. Conversely, the second part of this to unlock this apparently is in the Dire Nile Marches. So if we click on the Dire Nile Marches, we can see that no, that's the wrong one. We can see that there's a Silver Shield Fortress too, and restoring the Silver Shield Fortress will also go towards opening up the restoration of the Road of Shields project. So this is going to be our next upgrade that we do for certain. It only takes 7 days, so after I finish today's session, this will probably be the very next thing that I end up doing. It's going to cost 200 BP, which of course we can afford. And yeah, we'll have, hopefully after doing this, we'll have the opportunity to unlock the restoration of the Road of Shields. So that sounds like a lot of fun. So that's that. Anything else of note? We've upgraded a couple of people. We've done a load of events. We've gone back up to stable, thankfully. But yeah, just regular stuff. They were the main things of note. Everything else is just business as usual. People coming with all their gifts, all our artisans showering us with gifts and honeyed words. You know, our councillors coming with various problems after we've, focused on upgrading the relative ranks and stuff of the realm. So it's just been ticking over in the background. But yeah, they were the main things that have happened in the past month and a half or so of time that has passed. Of course, what also has happened in that time is we are getting closer and closer to the Ancient Curse Part 4 firing. I think it's going to fire around about 20 days, maybe even 14 days or so before this timer expires. Something will trigger as usual, and so we don't have that long to go. So the start of the next session will probably be us tackling this curse, which then might unlock the next chapter. We'll have to wait to see on that one. But yeah, so that's probably the start of the next session. But yes, what we're doing this session then? Well, this session I did Google, because I forgot to do it for the last session, but I did Google what the hell this quest was all about, and apparently it's a logical-ish puzzle when you know what you're doing, and I could swear blind, and you could check the recordings if you're that desperate to find out, to prove me right or wrong, but I did seem to remember saying that, I wonder if it's got something to do with the gaps, because if you remember, there was like a 5x5 grid pattern of stones, but some of the stones were missing. And it does have something to do with the gaps. There's more than 2 of these. We found 2. Apparently there's 5 in total. And you put the megaliths into sort of requisite spaces based on the gaps in the other areas. And it's what it is. Okay, where was I was interrupted. But it was a pleasant interruption, because my next door neighbour, who also likes rum, occasionally brings round little samples of different rums for me to try, and I've seen it recently in the supermarket, coffee flavoured Kraken, and she brought some round, so my mother brought it upstairs and she said, hey, I got some rum for you to try, and I had to turn her away and say, I'm sorry, I'm off to football in an hour and I'm driving obviously, so I'll have to have that rum after football a bit later. Anyway, so that, or maybe can I save it? Can I save it for the stream of Monkey Island? Will that pass? Nah, I don't think so. Right, anyway, carry on. So what are we doing today? I think I was getting up to. Today we've got 2 things. The first thing is, obviously we can't do this quest just yet because there's another 3 of these locations to find. So we'll have to get to I think the rest of them are in Pitax, actually. So we can't finish that even if we wanted to right now. But the 2 things that we can do, Nok Nok is causing chaos in the land. Basically, his goblin friends are erecting shrines to Lamashtu right outside our gates, which is causing a bit of a problem. So we're going to have to see what's going on there. And second of all, Erlene is a recently acquired artisan who has actually parked herself in our capital, and she wants to discuss a potential future venture. So we'll go and speak to her there. So, yeah, let's go and do that. Both of these things shouldn't take too long, so this session could well be 15 minutes. But hey, I'm debating whether to upload it today or whether just to park this and actually do a second half of the recording when we get to the Ancient Curse. But anyway, where are we going? To the main square, of course. Right. Okay. So Erlene is down there. So we'll visit Erlene first, and then we'll visit Nok Nok. Where is she? There she is. I love the hat. I really do. Could we nick it and give it to Donfair? It's down to his collection. You reckon? Greetings, Your Highness. It is an honour to have you here. Now I can deliver all kinds of magical rarities for you across all Galarian. Yes. You mentioned... Ooh, hang on a second. What does this mean? You showed up and revealed your hand so easily. What's the real reason behind that? Ooh. I wonder if Elquist has cottoned on to something that I perhaps missed. I'm kind of thinking that if this is an option, Elquist would probably ask him. I don't know, maybe a bit of bluffing, perhaps. Oh, well, hey, he's the king. We'll go with his instincts. Nothing escapes your eye, Your Highness, does it? The truth is that it was worth the risk. Our contract is as profitable for me as it is for you. Royal favour is the best insurance against the mob of enemies I've made over my years of travelling. I'd rather have Your Highness as a friend than hire a bunch of bodyguards. Oh, so she's basically wanting our protection. She's doing us a good deed to get in our good book so that if something was to happen or potentially happen to her, then we would be obliged to assist. Well, if she is able to provide exquisite items, then, do you know what? She's probably quite correct. How are things going in the shop? Very well. Couldn't be better. You know, there are so many magical trinket hunters in your lands. They want to grab everything, be it expensive bric-a-brac or a sophisticated professional tool. But don't you worry. Whatever orders I receive, yours always comes first. And tell me a bit more about yourself. Perhaps maybe paying particular attention to those enemies that you have accumulated over your life. Oh, I really don't think this is necessary, Your Highness. You're such a good half-elf. I don't feel like pulling the wool over your eyes. However, I'm afraid you won't believe my stories without at least a little wool there to smooth things over. So is she actually a shop as well, then? Let's just test this out. Okay, no, she's a special order kind of lady. Right, okay, well, fine. Discuss this exquisite item that you can get only for me. Oh, Your Highness, this is so embarrassing. I'd love to, but there's something... I have an associate, shall we say. His name's Ollie. He's a human, my gopher. Long legs, strong... He was due back with a payment for a fat contract 3 days ago. I have a feeling that something has happened to him. Or worse, that he fled with my money, which was promised as a down payment to my partner for that rarity. I was procuring for you. He has a chest of gemstones stashed away somewhere near the southern border. Without that, we're never getting your relic. Why, if someone could find Ollie, maybe visit his family at Lake Silverstep or talk to his wife Lydica. No, it doesn't feel right to request this of you, Your Highness. Yet you mention it so blasely. Right, fine. We could actually throw the money at her, but no, we don't mind going across. Perhaps wanting to, use that as an excuse to visit the newly upgraded Varnhold and check out its festivities. Yes, describe this Lydica so I can go find her. How would I know what she looks like? I never paid attention to when Ollie talked about his family. Adorable, charming kids. His wife always waiting by the water for him to return from adventures. Ugh. Fine, I shall keep my eyes peeled. Return the chest of genuine gemstones. Let's take a look at this, shall we? So her assistant should have bought her a chest of genuine gemstones, but he has gone missing. She wants them to pay for a special request for the king. And we could have actually paid up front for this, but no, we won't do that. So we need to go and visit Ollie's wife who might know something about her husband's whereabouts. Well, that's actually not too arduous. We could get to doing that at some point. Well, I mean, in this session, ideally, because we've got nothing else better to do, have we? Might stretch the session out to a bit more of a reasonable timescale. Let's see what the situation is with Nok Nok first, though. He's looking at us. Nok Nok. I heard your tribe is building shrines to Lamashtu near the capital. Is that correct? Yes. Be praised, O Mother of Beasts. You want to pay respect to her? I will show you. You are more trouble than you are worth, you know. Come with me to shrines. We pray together. These shrines weren't good, were they, from memory? Right? Lamashtu. We don't bother ourselves with religion and stuff that's happened in the past. Elquist thinking, Lamashtu, remind me about this Lamashtu. Oh my god. Jord was insisting that these shrines are pulled down. I mean, they are not looking up expectantly at us. Oh, Nok Nok. Fine. Let me visit these shrines with you and see what harm they're doing with my own eyes first, before I insist that they're pulled down. You like it, I promise. Oh, fine. Goblin Clearing has been revealed. Holy cow. Right, we're off on our travels, folks. Visit the clearing just outside the capital. This could be a recipe for disaster, or it could be a recipe for disaster. Right, that means that Donphy is going to take a back seat for the time being. Thought we crashed for a brief moment. Come on now. Come on now. There we go. Goblin Clearing, there it is. Yeah, we'll go there now. We'll go there now. And then we'll pop over to Lake Silverstep Village. Find this wife of Ollie's and hopefully clear a few things up. Right, how do we enter? Am I not there? No, what am I doing? Travel there, thank you. Oh, it's there. Okay, so here we are. The clearing containing a shrine to Lamashtu. If we are attacked by anything at all, Nok Nok is in serious trouble. I can guarantee you that much. So you better pray, Nok Nok, that this is going to be a pleasant experience for us. Okay, there we go. A little bit like that seems to be quite good. Oh, we got guards here and goblins. I mean, Nok Nok half stumbles in, clanking and rattling from a number of fetishes adorning his body. Teeth, pebbles, so much so he looks like a filthy bead curtain. You have no idea when he was able to dress up like this. He stops before you, his back straight, and does his best to look down upon you, but the effect ends up becoming something of a mess. Before you can speak, Nok Nok addresses you, drawing out his words like proclamations. You have been summoned, Elquist! The Mother of Beasts speaks! He raises his arms in a flourish. Through me! Oh, sorry. Oh. He's broken the law, technically speaking. What is this charade? I mean, they're not that elaborate of a shrine, are they? I don't think Elquist is overly concerned either way, to be honest with you. This is one of the times where he takes his neutrality to, well, where it shines through, I suppose. Look, oh, I don't care who builds what. I just wanted to see what this fool's work was you were on about. Carry on. Indeed, getting neutral. Here, all the mother is as pleased with blessing from Elquist. All hail the mother. All hail Elquist, hero of Big Bad Smell City. What is he doing? He gives you a faint nod, then trundles off, his costume trailing behind him, and leaving small bits on the ground as he moves. Oh, God. Praise be Lamashtu! Praise be Nok Nok! Nok Nok be our father! Let's hope this comes back to be a pleasant experience for us in the long run. You know, maybe the loyalty of the goblins and all that in our hours of need in the future. A crude shrine of Lamashtu, the mother of beasts. Yes, very crude indeed. Hence why we're not overly concerned about their presence, really. But hey, goblin pranksters, and whilst they're here praying to these shrines of Lamashtu, they're not in our city causing mayhem. You know what I mean? Okay. Now that little piece of entertainment has been done with, shall we now find Ollie's wife, perhaps? We will stop by Varnhold too, just to see if actually there's any evidence of fairs and things in the place. It would be pretty cool if there was some visual representation to the upgrade that we've got. That can wait. Okay, let's just take a bit of a look around here. Any sign of any fairs? Can hear the sound of clanging the blacksmith's anvil. I don't think there's any visual representation, to be honest with you. We'll talk with Cherval first and then be gone. Militia doing well, everything's going smoothly. She did turn up in our place and tell us that the militia have done their duty and driven off the bandits now, so everything is fine and dandy. She bought us an item as well, and then she said that she's going to work on a special item for us, so we'll see what that is. And the inn still isn't serviceable. Perhaps that's something we should insist upon. Okay. Always makes me chuckle when I see his portrait. Okay, we need to get to Lake Silverstep Village, which actually from here isn't that short of a journey. It would probably be quicker from Topcliffe, I would have guessed, because it's all flat rather than mountains, right? That's 1 day and 7 hours, so let's try going from Topcliffe. That's 18. A bit shorter. Everybody's fatigued. We have to find Ollie's wife, which could prove a little bit problematic, to be honest with you. So I'll cut to when we find her to save some time here. Aha! So I'm here. Ladika, there she is. Didn't take me too long to find her. Okay, so a woman with dark circles under her eyes watches you anxiously as you approach. When you come closer, she bows. Greetings, Your Highness. Ah. look like you've been crying, and we know who she is. Somebody pointed her out to us. Oh, if only you could track down and punish my lost husband, the bastard. Oh, pardon my language, Your Highness. I lost my temper. You see, Ollie, my husband, left on business a few days ago, and he's disappeared. I'm just so angry, and a little scared. Yes, well, I'm here courtesy of one Erlene. She's looking for Ollie and said you might know where to find him. Erlene? A greedy witch. It was her who sent my Ollie on that mission. If not for her, my husband would have dreamed of becoming rich. He wouldn't be slaving away for some wench. She's been using him as a pack horse, always ordering him to deliver all kinds of stuff. I have no idea what her deal was, but I can feel it in my bones. No ordinary goods need to bypass guards and high roads in their delivery. I don't know where he is. I've been racking my brain for what could have happened. He mentioned he was going to the southern border to grab something from some cleft. He said it was a desolate location and the package was safe there. I guess it turns out it wasn't safe after all. He widowed me, then orphaned our 2 children. He's gone, he's dead, I can feel it. I would never he would never just leave us to starve. Okay, so it's a cleft along the southern border. There. I shall go and investigate. Fear not. If he's alive, I shall find him. Okay, let's have a look at the journal. Maybe Lindsay has put a little bit about where it might be. A cleft near the kingdom's southern border. Surely, we've explored this entire map. We are an expert of our lands now. We've gone on many a grand tour. We should know every little nook and cranny inside out, surely. As if. But hey, let's see if it crops up on our map here. As the party just slowly, very slowly amble their way. Come on, people, come on. You think I've got all night here to wait for you? I'm to football in an hour. Right. So I've got still quite a lot of stuff here.
May we have a moment of respite?
Yes, in a second. You're looking for a nook in the southern borders, apparently. Monster Den, Dwarven Ruins, Hodai's Lair. Okay, this is not looking good, is it? Does it look good to me? Does it look good to you? Don't look good to me. Does it look good to you? No. Return the chest of gemstones. Southern border. In a cleft. I mean, we haven't fully explored it, let's be honest. Kind of down here. But there's no obvious way down to get here, is there? Other than perhaps through the... No, can't get there through this way. No way to get across this river. So how do you get across down to this bit? I do wonder. Unless it's... I can't see it being any of these areas. Oh, we've hit a bit of an impasse, it seems, my friends, because we don't know where this area is. Fresh meat, top cliff. 30 minutes. I am going to football quite shortly. I anticipate this session being short. Well, I can't just amble about, can I? All I can think of is it's roughly around about here, you know. I don't know how to get there. Right, I'm going to end the session here. In the next one, I think we will find out where this location is, these gemstones for Erlene, and we'll also, if nothing else crops up between now and then, we will also be starting the Ancient Curse Part 4, and see what delights wait for us once again at the Bald Hill Top. But until then, my friends, it's bye for now.